What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to talk about the Season 5 Reloaded update. This is the next big title update we have here in Call of Duty, bringing in a lot of new content, and we're going to go over everything that you need to know about it. So first off, this update will go live next week on September 4th, which is Thursday at 10 a.m. So this week we may get some sort of marketing, early downloads, may get added to the database. Usually with Reloaded, though, they don't drop the blog post until 48 hours before the update, so most likely not until September 2nd, but there is a small chance that maybe they can hype up or reveal what the upcoming crossover is going to be. That's usually the first thing that gets revealed with the Reloaded update, because we are going to receive a brand new event pass, and whatever crossover is going to be coming in this time around is going to be a lot bigger. Anyways, if you find the video informative at any point, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. But the first thing we have is going to be a new map, or at least an inspired map. This is Jackpot, coming in the mid-season update, inspired by Black Ops 4. It's core 6v6 as well as a medium size, and it says deploy to the Casino Lutazi and slot yourself into a power position. Now, unfortunately, it's the only map that we have within the mid-season update. Usually we have, I think, two, but this time around it's only one that has been saved for Reloaded. And then they also provided another image of what the map looks like, so the majority of it, or I think all of it, is going to take place inside of this casino. The next thing we have is the multiplayer mode. So a couple modes are going to be coming in. The first one is Cranked Demolition. This will be a new mode, LTM. Make demolition even more explosive with cranked mechanics thrown into the mix. Alternate between attacking and defending two different bomb sites while maintaining your crank timer and chaining eliminations to stay alive. So pretty much just mixing demolition and cranked and making it a brand new mode. Now, this could potentially be available within the first playlist update of mid-season, but we do have other mid-season modes. But before we talk about that, quick word from our sponsor, Mitch Cactus. It's a store that can get you the most exclusive operators, help you unlock the Black Ops 6 Mastery camos such as Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula. And if you want to hit Master Prestige even faster, they can also help you out with that. They don't use unlock tools or mods, so you know it's 100% legitimate, and they have over 10,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot. You can use code Chidzo for a 5% discount. The link will be down in the description. The second mode we have is Ransack. This is actually returning mode. It says get rich quick or die trying, as Ransack returns in the mid-season update. Score points by looting gold bars from piles around the map off fallen enemies. Fill your inventory and then deposit the gold in your team's deposit box before the enemy can take you out and nab your riches. And then the third mode we have is going to be Blueprint Gunfight. This comes in the mid-season update to returning mode. Bring some style to your gunfight matches in the mid-season Blueprint Gunfight playlist, giving players the chance to try out a variety of new weapon blueprints while gunning for victory. So hopefully they give you some of those Mastercraft blueprints and the tracers, so you get to try those out. I'm not gonna lie, it's just like one big promotion to try and get you to buy some of the blueprints that they're going to show you in this mode. But anyways, let's talk about the weapons that are going to be added with this update. So the first thing is we have a new secondary weapon, which is the Gravemark 357 revolver. I believe this is the P-York pistol that was previously leaked a couple seasons back, but it's officially going to be coming in. It has a total of 26 levels, 3 different mags, and a mag size of 8. You can put on a bunch of different attachments. It's a single action revolver, high power and considerable range, limited by lower ammo count and segmented reload. Now, the pistol is labeled as an event reward, so whatever event that we have coming in, probably the first one, and I'll talk about these events in a second, it's going to be the Mastery reward, at least one of the rewards you're going to be able to get. And then they also have rapid fire attachments and things like that for those of you guys interested. But alongside that, there's also an attachment coming in, and this one is called the PPSH 41 Helical Magazine. This is also an event reward, so within the upcoming events, fire to the beat of your own drum with the SMG attachment that puts other mags to shame. Manage heat on this high ammo count mag that excels at spraying bullets in close and medium ranges. It basically turns it into a shotgun, as you see here from the image. Other than that, there's also a new score streak coming in, and that is the return of the combat bow. So the combat bow makes an explosive appearance, a low-cost score streak last seen in Black Ops Cold War, capable of inflicting rapid and accurate high-damage projectile hits. It says it's a new score streak for multiplayer zombies, available in the mid-season update. It's actually going to be available at launch of the mid-season update, and then it says lethal, 500 score, mastery badges, and it says step out the jungle and become a lone action hero, firing single shot explosive tipped arrows that explode on impact, dealing incendiary damage to all enemies caught in its trajectory, leaving a trail of fire in its wake. So I don't think there's like an event or anything like that that you need to participate in order to unlock this, from what it seems like. Now let's go ahead and talk about the upcoming events. The first one we have is called Operation Hellride, available in multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. This is probably going to be the first event that'll launch on that first day of the update. The rewards include the Gravemark 357 revolver, which is the pistol we talked about, and they said don't get your wires crossed in this event, challenging operators to save the day from a ticking time bomb. Now they don't give us details on what the amount of rewards are, the date that this event is going to release, what sort of challenges you need to complete, but it definitely looks like it's a challenge-based event and not an XP one. They also don't mention camo, which has me a little bit worried because over the last couple updates, they have been bringing in camos in the mid-season update, but they just didn't mention it in this event. The next one we have, this is called Event Atomic Block Party. This will also come in the mid-season update, available for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. It says it's time to commemorate everyone's chaotic battleground, engage in a Nuketown inspired event full of rewards. Once again, they don't mention what any of the rewards are, and I'm not entirely sure how they're going to bring in a Nuketown event for zombies, so I don't think it's going to be challenge-based. It might just be a fully XP-based event, and then you just reach your targets and you unlock different rewards. Hopefully, they make a sick Nuketown camo. I think that would be pretty awesome, but we'll have more details when this actual update goes live. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the content Zombies is going to receive with the mid-season update. A little disappointing, but you have two new pieces of content. The first one is directed mode for Reckoning. So for those of you guys who may not have been able to complete the Easter egg, you can actually do so with directed mode. It'll help you out, guide you. And sometimes there's also like XP methods that people come up with during the directed mode. So it could be a good mode depending on the type of player that you are, but that's the first thing. And then the second one is returning LTM Team Crank. The fan favorite Team Crank mode returns in Season 5 Reloaded with refreshed rewards. Your entire squad is tied to a single share timer, and the moment any player takes down a zombie, the team enters the Crank state, boosting abilities and starting a 30-second countdown that only zombie eliminations can refill, survive a round, and that max time drops by 1 second, pushing the pace faster with every wave. While weapons gone, the mystery box is your sole supplier, but boosted essence earnings while cranked means you'll have plenty of chances to swap essence for random gear. Every player is loaded with a time stopper field upgrade capable of pausing the team timer in a pinch, and there's a rare time extended power-up that increases the timer. Main quests and Easter eggs are active, offering deeper objectives alongside a relentless timer countdown. And then the last thing is you also have the combat bow. That's also going to be a score streak that will be available for you to use in zombies as well. So that's like the reloaded content that we have and they've mentioned in here. And then the next thing we have is for the Warzone side of things. So Warzone also in the same sort of boat where we're not getting too much in the mid-season update. The major one that they announced, there's a new LTM called Deadline. It says squads, 100 players and AI. A deadline looms in this new limited time mode where more than just eliminations keep you in the match. Jump in with your squad and amass as many points as you can between each circle collapse, naturally racking up eliminations by dispatching both human and bot hostile agents is a key method of increasing your points total, but you're also rewarded with points by completing contracts, looting supplies, and spending cash at buy stations. Now, unfortunately, that's literally the only thing that they've mentioned for Warzone. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple more surprises. I think whatever crossover event we have, which unfortunately at the moment we don't have any leaks for that, that's probably going to bring in its own set of rewards. There's going to be like map updates, maybe a limited time mode, and just more to go over because at the moment from what it's looking like here and what they dropped in the blog post, there's just not enough content to go over an entire month. So I'm really hoping that there's a reason for this, whether they have surprise content that they just couldn't announce in the blog post and they're gonna have an upcoming blog for Reloaded and give us the rundown and details on that, or maybe the BO7 beta or something along those lines. Maybe BO7 information is gonna be revealed and that's why there's not as much content. But the point is, this is the last title update we have until we jump into Season 6. Myself and I know a bunch of you guys usually love Season 6 because it's haunting themed. There's a lot going on, and usually Call of Duty likes to end a title and the whole roadmap of a game with a bang, and they drop so much content during these haunting updates. So I'm hoping that's what we get for BO6 because the entirety of the game so far has just been pretty boring, right? But anyways, that is all that I got for you guys here in today's video. Once you have more information on the crossover, the details, and everything you need to know, I definitely will keep you guys updated, so be sure you guys are subscribed. But it's been your boy Chidzo, and I'll see you guys again. Peace.